Hversu Noregr Legendary Sagas of the Northland in English translation. Hversu Noregr Byggðist, How Norway was settled. From Flateyjarbók, 1894. Translated by George W. Descent. Now shall be told the proofs how Norway was first inhabited, or how kingly stocks began, there or in other lands, or why they are called Skjoldungs, Budlungs, Breinings, Odlings, Volsungs, or Niflungs, from which the royal races have come. There was a man called Fornjot. He had 3 sons. One was Hlur, another Logi, the third Kari. He ruled over winds, but Logi over fire, Hlur over the seas. Kari was the father of Jokul, the father of King Snow. But the children of King Snow were these: Thori, Fön, Driva, and Mjol. Thori was a noble king. He ruled over Gotland, Gvenland, and Finland. To him the Kven sacrificed that it might be snowy, and that there might be a good going on Snowbshoon. That was their harvest. That sacrifice was to be at midwinter, and the month Thori was called after it. King Thori had 3 children. His sons were named Nor and Gor, but the daughter Goi. Goi was lost and gone, and Thori made a sacrifice a month later than he was wont to sacrifice, and they afterwards called that month in which these began Goi. Those 2, Nor and Gor, searched for their sister. Nor had great battles west of the Kiel, and those kings fell before him who are so called, Vi and Vei, Hunding and Hemming, and Nor laid under him that land all to the sea. Those brothers met in that firth which is now called Norafirth. Nor fared thence up on the Kiel, and came to a place called Wolfsmoor. Thence lie fared around Eystradale, and afterwards into Varmland, and along the lake called Vaner, and so on to the sea. And all that land Nor laid under him west of those bounds. That land is now called Norway. At midwinter they came into Hedemark. There that king met them who is called Rolf of the Hill. He was the son of Svadi, the giant from north of Dofra, and of Ashilda, daughter of King Eystein, who had long ruled over Hedemark. Rolf of the Hill had seized Goi and gone on to marry her. But when she heard of her brother Nor, then she fared to meet him, and Rolf with her. And he gave himself up into Nor's power, and was made his man. After that, Nor went to a feast at his brother-in-law's, and Nor got to wife Hoda, a daughter of Svadi the giant, Rolf's sister. After that, King Nor fared back west to the sea, and then he finds his brother Gor. He was then come from the mouth out of the frozen sea, and had seized as his own all the isles on that way, both inhabited and uninhabited. Then these brothers shared the realm between them, so that Nor should have all the mainland from the north, from the Isles of Jotunheim, and south to Alfheim. That is now called Norway between Norway. But Gor should have all these isles, which lay on the larboard of his warship, and as he fared north along the land. These were the sons of Gor the Sea King: Heiti, Beiti, Mightier, and Gaitier. Beiti the Sea King fared with his warship into Drontheim and on into Beitsea. He made them make a ship sledge under the galley, but there was deep snow and good sledging. Then Beitier sat him on the poop, and put the rudder into gear, and made them hoist the sails, and let his men drag the galley north across Galley Neck to Namdale, and claimed as his own all that land that lay on the larboard. Beiti the Sea King was the father of Heiti the Sea King, the father of Svadi, but Geitir was the father of Glami and Gylfi. Mighty the Sea King was father of Mayville and Mindil. Mindil was the father of Ekil and Skekil, nor was the father of these men, but Hoda, the daughter of Svadi, their mother. In parentheses it says, "Here follow the royal lineages descended from Nor, the ancestor of all future kings of the Norwegian mainland." And that ends my sample. Scholarship and Commentary. Medieval Scandinavia, an Encyclopedia, 1993. Hversu Noregr Byggðist is closely paralleled by the opening of Orkneyinga saga, sometimes called Fundin Noregr, foundation